We will continue in this video to see what options you have when you're working with sheet metal in IronCAD. First of all, I will select this sheet metal in part level and right click, go to part properties, sheet metal, and I will change the thickness here to 2 millimeters, and minimum bend radius I will change that to 2 millimeters also, like so, and I click OK. Well, we know that if we click this stock so that we see the handles, we come to IntelliShape level, we can use these handles to change the size of this sheet metal. You can also right click and use the tools here to snap to points and so on. And when you have the handles, you can also type in a value. If you click this icon, you can also use the shape handles to change the size of the sheet metal, like so. And I will change back, I will type in 200 here, also 200 here. Then if you want to add a band, you drag and drop a band. If you drop it in on this edge, it will bend downward. If you drop it in on this edge, it will bend upwards. So I will drop it here. And then you will have a band and a flange, and you will also you can also use these handles to change the flange, the length of the flange. You can also right click the handle to use the snap functions. For instance, at a distance from point, and you can click this surface and you can type 30, for instance, like so. And you can also use these handles to make it shorter. So, and if you want to lengthen the band, you can use the snap function, the smart snap function. You grab the handle, press and hold the shift key to snap to this edge, or you can also right click the handle to snap to point to that point. Then you have handles here. This is for changing the angle of the flange. You can right click the handle and edit angle, for instance 60 degrees, like so. And you can also right click to choose parallel to edge. For instance, if you have another part in the scene and you want this flange to be parallel to that edge, you can use that command. Right click the handle, parallel to edge, and choose that edge. And this handle is for changing the radius. You can drag and change the radius. You can also right click to edit the radius, and I will change back to 2 millimeters. And then I will also change the angle to 90 degrees, like so. When we add a band and we click the stock, we will see that here is the end of the stock. So when we add a band, it will add this material. And I will delete this band, selected the IntelliShape level. When I press delete, I will get this message, and it's a constraint and dimension warning. And it is because there is a constraint here. So it says that when we delete this part, it will remove the dimensions or the constraints and the parameters associated with them. Well, yes, I want to delete this band. So I can check this box because I don't want to see this message again. So I click OK. But if I want that message back, I can come up here to the option window, click Interaction, and here we have this box to check. Pop up a warning dialog when deleted shapes have constraints and relations. If you want that message again, you can check this box. Well, now I will add an in-band, drop it on this edge, and if we select the stock, we will see that this stock will end the same level as the inside of the flange. So that's how in-band works. So if I delete the in-band and I will drag and drop an out-band here, and we select the stock, we will see that then the stock will end at the outside of the band. So that's how outband works. Another thing to show about the bands, if we select this band in IntelliShape level, right click, we see that there is no edit cross section. But if I delete this band and add a band with stock, drop it here on this edge, we have a stock here. If we select it in IntelliShape level, right click, then we have edit cross section. So it means that when we add a band with stock, we can also customize the flange. For instance, I can drag this line and I will select the line in this end and I will change the angle. I will type 135 and I will also change on this side like so. Select the line, type 45 and hit enter. I can also add a circle in the center here to get a hole. I will type 2, radius 2. Then I click OK. And we have customized the flange like this. So that's the difference between the stock, add stock on a band and a band without stock. You can customize the flange. We know that we have a constraint here, and we will see the benefits of having a constraint here attached to the band and also to the stock, the sheet metal. If we select the stock here and grab this handle to drag to change the length of this one, you see that the band will be attached to the end point or the side of the stock. So that's why it's good to have a constraint here. And well, if we deselect and select this sheet metal in part level, then we hover the cursor of this end here. We see two handles. Well, if you can grab this handle to change the length of the band, you will not change the length of the stock. It will stay here, but you will change the distance between the stock and the band with this handle. And the same goes with the other one. You will change the size of the band or the length of the band, but not the length of the stock. You can add more material in this direction, but if you push the handle in this direction, it stops here at the end of the stock, because the stock is the limit. If you can see here, when you drag this to the end of the stock, you will have an out band. There is another thing with these handles. If you find the handle here and right click, you can use the snap functions or the snap tools you find here, but there is also an edit band alignment. This dialog you can choose to convert the band to an out band, outside radius alignment. Inside radius alignment is an in band, and smooth alignment, well, that's an ordinary band. You can see here in the preview window how it will work. And also you can choose a custom value, band stock length. Well, it is this distance that will be changed, not the stock itself. So for instance, if I type 30 and hit enter, I will extend the length of this band from the stock. Well, I will delete this band, first the stock, and then I will delete the band, like so. And let's see now. I will see what the size I have of this one. 200 will be good, and also it's 200 there. Well, that was some information about the options you have when you're working with sheet metal in IronCAD. As you see, IronCAD is a powerful CAD software with a lot of possibilities. In the next video, we will create a holder made of sheet metal. So I will check if I have the right settings for the sheet metal. but with this thickness and this minimum bend radius of 2 millimeters, like so. So we'll continue in the next video.